Isn't that the beef? It's what's for dinner song?
Beef. That's what's for dinner.
Beef. It's what's for dinner. Eat it. You will eat the beef. You will shut your mouth. You will then eat the pork. You will open your mouth.
Dip it in the milk.
Then
For calcium.
And then eat some ham.
After the pork.
What are you talking about?
I don't.
What do you mean? What are you implying?
Nothing. That's fine.
Don't judge me. Anyhow.
Welcome back to the Level 7 broadcast, where we, John...
Hide! Water will kill you! You'll die!
And other John...
Boy. Shoot the tree! That was pretty good.
talk about video games,
That's really all Zelda was just a cheap ripoff of Xena.
movies,
I think just like gruesome fun. It was more filmed like a Robert Rodriguez movie.
ridiculously deep topics randomly, and wherever the conversation takes us.
What brings you in? I'm a costerman. They're like, oh, the costerman's here.
From card openings,
What the fuck?
quick reviews, and guests.
17 pages in, and I was like, that thing is too heavy.
This is your Level 7 broadcast.
Wait a minute. Okay, I pushed this far enough. I'm sorry. Welcome to the Level 7 podcast. Glad to hear you again. Have you here again at the Level 7 blanket fort at the base of Mount Evans in beautiful Denver, Colorado. Glad to have you all here, especially you, John.
Oh, why, thanks, John. I appreciate that.
The smell, it just brings me home.
No, I'm happy I can add that bit of ambiance for you.
Yeah, when you're gone, I miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, how's your day going?
It's going good. Going good,
All right,
man.
well, what are we talking about?
We got some stuff to talk about.
Besides soap shoes for 15 minutes. Okay.
Oh, man. Okay. I wanted to talk about haunted books.
Can we go back to soaps? Okay, so...
We could do that.
Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Haunted
What?
books. Okay.
No, yeah. Haunted books. GTA 6 is apparently... Well, we have no clue, actually, but rumored to be done.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. Got some Elden Ring DLC.
What?
There was that weird Pokemon thingy.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
I can't remember what it's called. You know what I'm talking about, though.
You know. Tell me!
No. Hold on.
No, it's okay. You don't have to tell me.
Oh, okay. When the hell are superhero movies gonna just, become a thing where maybe you get 2 a year or something? It's gotta happen again at some point. We talk about that some.
Yeah.
Games rated, or games that are rated a little too high and games that are rated a little too low. We've done this already, but we haven't started doing the console specific.
Yeah.
And this time we're doing PS3.
PS Triple.
Starting
Did you ever hear the PS3 Miss song by Sick Animation?
Pamus Threemus?
PS3 Miss?
Oh, okay. It's like,
I take it you've never heard it?
no.
Man, it's super good.
I mean, shoot.
Oh, it's really inappropriate though.
Yeah. I assumed from Sick Animation,
It's really bad.
it's got to be bad, but hilarious, I'm sure. So go check that out.
Yeah, there you go. You have fun.
But things we can have on here, haunted text. I know, right? This is a copy of the Necronomicon.
And this is a copy of Chainsaw Man.
See, both equally. I'm sure possessed by something.
Yeah, this is possessed by the spirit of fucking weebs that ran out of ideas.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
Well, okay, I'm not even going to do that impression, but in a Japanese accent. Hey guys, I ran out of ideas. What about a chainsaw face guy?
sounds dope.
Sick.
Is it Bruce Campbell?
No.
Oh, sounds less dope, but still
different guy.
dope. Okay,
Okay.
That's
He's got
fair.
a dog that's a chainsaw too.
but yeah,
So anyhow, Necronomicon.
Yeah.
I love Necronomicon, dude. I go every year, bro. Me and my group of friends, we always dress up as a different group from Team Fortress 2. We just switch the classes every single time. We don't have original ideas.
I mean, that'll happen. But this, I don't know. It was just one of those random things that I learned there was a Necronomicon, from the Evil Dead series. And I was like, what? There's a purchasable version? And I got it.
And you're like, I read it to my kids at night.
Oh, yeah, every day. But no, I got it, and I was like, what is this thing going to be? And
Daddy, what are you speaking? Daddy, why are your pupils red?
But it's just, like, a bunch of weird stuff inside of it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I was trying to find...
I don't think you should.
Well, I mean, probably not.
You probably shouldn't. Listen, you probably shouldn't try to understand it too much. Just be like, oh, I get it. Yeah, people are evil, and I should kill them all. What is it? So what is it? Okay, hold on. Let's read the back.
This is the testimony of all that I have seen and all that I have learned. For this is the book of the dead and the book of the black earth that I have writ down at the peril of my life.
H.P. Lovecraft himself denied the book's existence, but the dreaded Necronomicon has finally surfaced. From a puddle in a well in an ancient sewer under an Indian burial ground. Really? This is crazy. Yeah. Beneath a tomb in the pyramid, possessed by it. Yeah. Written in Damascus in the 8th century A.D. by
at the dawn of man.
Mad Arab is what they write on the back, in parentheses, Abdul al-Hazred.
Wait, is all of this actually on the back?
Yeah. The accursed volume is filled with myths and rituals that have survived the darkest days of magic and occultism. A long-forgotten formulae for evoking incredible things, beings, and monsters into physical appearance. Editor Simon overcame huge obstacles during his daring efforts to bring to light this. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Editor Simon overcame huge obstacles during his daring efforts to bring to light this, the most famous, the most potent, and potentially the most dangerous black book known to the Western world.
Yeah. So there you go. I did not know this kind of stuff was like a thing. And I don't know, man. It's kind of...
You're like, that's where all those satyrs keep coming from.
God, excuse me. Sorry.
You're like, I'll tell you what, though. Their hind legs are tasty.
Nom, nom, nom.
They're not as big as you think, though. Tiny little satyrs.
Little ABCs.
Bake them whole.
They're
it's
easy.
easier, like a lobster.
Yeah, or like a rotisserie. A rot. Delicious. But yeah, I wanted to see what you thought of that kind of stuff. Like, have you, or really, because I was thinking specifically, have you ever like seen a book or something, or got a, like in a museum anywhere that like just like hit you as like weird? Like if you ever saw like the Dead Sea Scrolls or something like that.
Nothing in particular. I do think old written, like super old handwritten books and like that are really cool. And I do think that like written language is fascinating. The fact that there's just so many different variations over time and currently being used. I don't know. I do find the concept of language just like really like appalling that there's that many languages.
Oh, right.
That exist and that it's all written. And then there's these like crazy old books and then there's stuff that's lost.
Yeah.
Tons of that. So you just wonder what's lost is kind of the one thing. But yeah, I think it's rad. I don't know about like, I don't know. I think it's all interesting. Like right. I think.
Would you ever want to read one?
Like read one what?
Read one of the like these crazy books that are supposed to be like.
It would have to. It would really matter on this like the subject matter, I guess specifically. It's like. Yes, I'm sure there would be one that I would, but I just don't read a lot as it is, so it would be hard for me to be like, oh, I'm gonna read this book on some like random old.
Right.
It's like all this stuff that people forgot because it wasn't relevant anymore. Ancient lost secrets. It's like, well,
If you have a cut, put
it was a
something on it after
secret
you
back
clean it.
then.
Are they not secrets anymore?
What I mean is, it's like lost secrets, right? Think about it. That's a weird concept when you think about just the phrase "lost secrets." How the you know?
You don't know.
You
You
who told you our secrets?
You don't know. It's a secret.
We didn't lose anything. We never had it. It's like, yeah. Your wife's like, where'd you put that game you bought? And you're like, what game?
I mean, can you see it?
What game?
I don't see it.
I know what you did. And then you're like, well, f- it, since I'm getting accused, I'm going to go buy a fucking game.
Yep.
Got it.
It's right.
Got
here.
him.
I knew you were going to do that, so I did this already.
Yep, I did it to
Yep.
beat you to it. Beat you to the punch.
Pow, pow.
Yeah, I don't know. Old books are cool. It's not something I'm not like fucking Nick Cage from National Treasure or anything.
I'm not going to go hunting down some pages.
Yeah, I'm not Tom Hanks in Da Vinci Code, although his hair in that on point.
Ooh. Yeah?
He's my boy. Tom Spanks.
Oh, Tom Spanks. I was like, Nicolas Cage?
And Nicolas Cage. Nick Cage is
Oh. I mean, Willy's Wonderland.
Dude, Nick Cage is
It's a masterpiece.
amazing.
Yeah.
Not the bees! Not the bees!
I do love Nick Cage, though. He's amazing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let us know if you think there's some, or do you have something you just kind of accidentally got and you're all creeped
Well, you were
out,
saying haunted books.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you meant by that. Like,
a lot of these books have myths surrounding them and stuff.
like Catcher in the
That's
Rye.
like the Orphan Story is one that is an actual novel, and it is said that if you even own a copy, it's supposed to be just bad luck on you and stuff. And people have had problems with it enough that the only way to make it go away is to burn it and then bury the ashes. Which is I don't know, man.
why did you buy that book?
I
It just
literally
looked good. I don't know. I just was at the store and it was on the so that's a pretty funny bit, right? Like you go to fucking Barnes and Noble and you're looking and you're just like, no, and then you touch one, you're like, it burns you. Oh, and they're like, oh, careful, that one is actually pretty haunted. Why do you guys carry it? Why do you carry it? It's like, what are we supposed to not carry this book? Who are you to ban books?
and yeah,
And then you're like, well,
that's not
you're right. I'm not a bigot. I'm gonna buy this. I was gonna buy this anyhow. I wanted to read something like this. Virtue signaling buying a haunted book. Oh, I'm sorry that the unalived are a problem to you. You know what I mean?
Right. It's I don't mind. Oh, I don't mind at all. Dang it! I was trying to see if I could find.
You lifeist. What, nowadays you got to be alive to be a person?
Right? That's messed up. Dang it! I was trying to, because I just bought it off Amazon. I'm pretty positive it was just a high purchase one night, and I was like, oh damn! Did they put all the stuff that they actually put in Necronomicon from the Evil Dead in this?
I wonder if I wonder if Satan likes to party.
I just thought it was a behind the scenes or something for Evil Dead. But then,
And then you just
it,
read
I'm
the back and you're like, oh, this is actual. This is weird.
I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna read that.
And it's like, when Venus aligns with Mars, if you spill the blood of an innocent pig, you will summon little Lockdow. I'm little Lockdow. I will do your bidding. You're like, what up, dude? Go get me a Coke. And he's like, you betcha.
Clean my dishes.
He takes
I don't want to
45 minutes to get it. He comes back drunk. He's like,
Damn it.
Lockdown, what the fuck happened to you? And he's like, oh, I had to go. I was so tired. I had to go. I fell asleep on the couch. And it's like, why do you have my wallet? How much money did you spend?
I didn't.
You man, you man. I said I found your wallet out front, man. You dropped it, man.
Man.
Just little demons. You're like, oh yeah, I did summon a demon.
That would totally be like
Duh.
a modern day demon. Just some lazy little shit.
It's just a little Gen Zer.
Just, you asshole. God damn it.
And he's like, don't be a bigot, man. Don't be fucking hateful, man. You narc. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's been weird. It's just like one of those things that kind of accidentally happened. And I'm like, this is...
you're like, I guess I got to sacrifice my kids. Find out if this works.
It's just weird. I didn't know those kinds of things. And that you could just purchase them, too. Because I know a couple of them you can just find on Amazon.
Yeah, there's a bunch of hokey bullshit you can buy on the internet.
Yeah. I know. Because first thing that came to mind was just like Ouija boards. It's like, newest game by Hasbro. Do you miss your mom? Get together with his 4 friends and bring her back to life at least for some communication.
One of your friends will always end up crying. It's just like, I never loved you, Teddy. You're like, yeah, I never did a Hwaji bird.
Never did a Luigi board.
Never did a Hwaji bird. I don't know. My grandma was very. I know that's weird. It's because like my grandma, like I lived with my mom. My mom was also not into it, but my grandma was just like, if you ever do one, I'll disown you. I won't even love you anymore. And I was like, Jesus. Well, you know what it is? The Exorcist scared an entire generation of old people. There's a certain age of old people that saw The Exorcist and they're like, this is real life. They weren't prepared for that. They were like, this is real life and this is happening and who's going to stop it? And then the movie ends and they're like, I'm crazy now.
Like, wait for Chuck Norris.
Yeah, exactly. I have been waiting. Chucky, you coming down? That's how I kiss.
That's...
It's more of a, like a... anyhow. Are you just drink? I thought we were going to taste test it together.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You cracked the peep?
I cracked a little peep.
Dude, you cracked the le peep?
Le Pepsi.
Oh, my Lord.
Peep.
All right, well, young other John here came through with the Pepsi Cross Peeps. Pepsi Peeps artificial marshmallow flavor cola. 100 calories per can, 7.5 fluid ounces. So this here is the
This is the big can.
the pre-Easter Peeps can. All yellow, baby. We're going yellow Peeps. What do you think?
Yeah.
You like the flavor?
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I got a sample of it at Sam's Club when I was there last.
Oh, the peep is peeping on me, dude.
Oh, sorry. But
Okay.
I had a sample of it there, and it was freaking delicious. And apparently I got the last, like, little pack that they sold of, like, it was 3 cases of these tiny cans. And I got to tell you, I freaking love them. If you're a Pepsi fan, like, the mixture of Pepsi and marshmallow is really good.
Just keep doing that. Listen. All right, people, hear me out. I'm going to take one more drink, and then I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. Okay. It's like if Pepsi tasted like a good cream soda. That's what it tastes like.
Ooh, that's a good way to describe it.
It's a Pepsi flavored cream soda.
Yeah. That's
And it's-
exactly what it is.
And it's creamy like a cream soda. So it's like you think Peep is going to be like syrupy, but they were able to keep it carbonated enough where it's like kind of a little more creamy. That's where I think you get the cream soda. But the marshmallow, it's good. I like it. I like the soda. I didn't think I was going to, honestly. I thought I was going to think it was disgusting.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
remember.
not too sweet. And it does have a cream soda vibe to it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Success. Peeps cross Pepsi.
Pepsi Cross
soda.
Peep.
Pepsi Cross Peeps. Pepsi Cross Pepsi's marshmallow cream soda. Soda flavored cola.
I have been wanting to do a video of just taking a drink of one of these and then just exploding, vomiting like puke or Peeps. If I could fit like 5 in my mouth and that just be the cut.
I think puke would be funnier.
Just immediate puke.
Just like, God, I fucking love this.
I've never had anything like it.
You're just like, oh yeah. You just like it. You knew it was gonna happen. Just really commit.
Oh. Well, there you go. Now you have that imagery in your head, and let us know if you guys have been able to find the Peeps.
Yeah.
Peeps Pepsi, because after I bought a whole case of them, my friend like came over for D&D, and he was like, "Man, do you have some? Like, where'd you get some?"
He's like, hey man,
I'm like, I want to get some. And I was
you
like,
man,
"Oh,
where'd you get those, dude? You been buying them out at the store? You a scalper?
Duh.
You a scalper?
Again, accidental purchase, but this one really worked out. I liked it.
You're just buying all the Peep soda for yourself and selling it, flipping it on Facebook.
I love how the lady that gave the sample too was like, "Here, do you want some for your kids?" And they're both like, "Oh yeah, I want some." And I was like, "No,
You're like,
that's got caffeine in it."
You're like, you're not allowed to drink soda.
I just gave her I looked at her like, "Thanks for the last Pepsi thing, but don't offer Pepsi to children."
Yeah, it definitely has caffeine.
it was a
24
long look.
milligrams. Yeah, you're like, no, dude. You can't just be giving that to my kids just because it tastes like Peeps. All right, we're teasing children here. This is worse than the tobacco industry. They're like, hey kids, guess what? It tastes like marshmallows.
Candy
It tastes like a candy that you love.
from Austere's, magical hair.
Yeah, dude, this is bad for kids. My kids aren't allowed to drink. I always tell my daughter, I'm like, God, I wish you could drink this, but it's just bad for you.
You just can't though. You're
It's
not
so delicious. I
not
love it.
developed enough in the old tum tum.
She's like, is it good for you? And I'm like, oh, it tastes good.
It tastes good.
It's good. It tastes really good.
Speaking of leaving an everlasting taste of goodness in your mouth, maybe GTA 6 is already ready to go.
I mean, okay, so when did GTA 5 release? Let's,
Oh man, that was on the PS3.
GTA.
Like it had to
Yeah, but I mean, was it 2018?
2017, 18, sounds right.
2013.
Wow, we were off as hell.
2010 years ago. Okay, so yeah, I
Wow.
mean, listen. It makes perfect sense, right? You do the Fallout 4. Remember what Bethesda did with Fallout 4? Where they're
Yeah.
like, guess what? Fallout 4 is coming out this year in 2 months. Here's the Pip-Boy edition. And everybody's just like, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember that. So I mean, let's go. Give me that. They've milked this thing. They've released it on every console possible
Right.
up until this point. If they don't wait for another console generation to reiterate the same thing again, what is left to milk out of this? Like the online content, how much further can they go with it? Like, do they still have enough of a player base? I don't know. They must.
I mean, they have to keep just re-releasing it all the freaking time.
But yeah, I don't know. GTA. We're gonna get into it a little bit more, I'm sure. But GTA 5 is pretty tight. It's a good game. I liked it.
Sounds okay. I'm playing. I just haven't had a chance to play it.
True. Man, that Peep soda though, man, it does get a little sweet.
Oh, I mean, that's why the tiny can is the perfect way to have it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No. Totally.
Yeah, if you had a
I
normal
feel like my
size can
tongue
of
is
that.
sticking to the roof of my mouth.
Just like real Peeps.
Yeah, exactly. I'm joking. I can't be. Anyhow, you ever gotten home and just ate too fast? You ate something like some rice or some bread too
yeah.
fast, and then you it's stuck in your esophagus while your family's upstairs sleeping. You ever do that where you just kind of eat too fast one day, and then your esophagus is like, and you're like, am I choking to death?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've totally had that because it like you could feel it.
Yeah.
Like you're like, it's behind my collarbone. It's behind my collarbone.
Yeah, and you're like kind of drawing air, but you're panicking just a little bit, and you're like, Okay, if I get a little more choked, I'm gonna go get my wife.
I haven't had it happen in a long time, but it has happened.
Yeah, it's always when I get home and there's like leftover Chinese food and there's just a kind of just fried rice just chilling right there, and I'm like, you're about to get smashed.
Gonna destroy this fried rice.
With some soy sauce and then just nom, 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 nom. Goku style. Until I choke myself to death.
You're sitting there for 20 minutes.
In a non-sexual way, thank you. We're not going
Damn rice.
We're not going David Carradine up in this household. No, sir. No, thank you.
Who's David Carradine again?
The dude from Kung Fu. The dude from Kill Bill. He's Bill.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy who self-asphyxiated himself.
To death?
Unalived himself. Yeah.
Oh.
In a closet in China.
No way.
Yeah, you didn't.
I don't know how you know all of these things.
Here at the Level 7 TMZ headquarters, we bring you all the celebrity news from 10 years ago. I don't know, man.
How to spell his name or nothing.
I wish I didn't know how he died, honestly. Although it is kind of cool. It's like, if you're going to go out jerking off.
Indeed.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, Thailand, not China.
Oh, wow.
I was way off.
God. Okay. Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, dude.
Why did I double check that? Why did I have to know that?
He NXS'd himself.
God, now you all know that. Sorry.
I mean, if you didn't know that, then shame on you. He was a freaking national treasure.
I mean, he was really good in the Kill Bill stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. He wasn't a national treasure, but he was pretty good.
Yeah.
I did like Kill Bill.
Man, Kill Bill was so good. I just
I just want to play Elden Ring right now. You're just making me want to, like, why are you doing this?
Sorry.
Oh, my Lord. Look at how beautiful this game is. Even, like, the moment you watch. Okay, so anyhow. Okay.
Since we're into the Elden Ring stuff, there's some DLC coming, and John is not excited at all.
Yeah, I know. Although I don't deserve to be excited because I haven't beaten the game yet.
I mean, you've been playing it the whole time, though. I
mean,
mean, most of the time.
Listen, I took
When you can.
a sabbatical. I took like an 8 month. So I played it for like a solid, 3 weeks, pretty heavy. And then something happened, and you know what? It was the repeat bosses. I just got frustrated seeing the repeat bosses, that they would just scale up in difficulty, or like then there would be 2 of them, or then they would just take 2 of the bosses and put them together, and I don't know. It just frustrated me. So was a little bit of a thing, but now that I'm playing it again, and I've been talking about it on the podcast. Man, it's so good. The game is just I don't know. It's like, yeah, there's some repeat bosses. It's not the end of the world, and the way and the bosses that repeat have a lore as to why they repeat. Like, it's not just for nonsense. That is the one thing I'll give From Software, at least, is like, at least canonically, everything makes sense within the world that they've built to some degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They so it's like, if there's 2 of the same, it's because it's like, well, because there was 2 of the same. Like, there was an army of those, or there was a class of warrior and there's only 2 of them, or, you know what I mean? There's always something to back it up.
Right.
The
got you.
Godskin apostles. They were real buttheads.
A lot of 10 out of 10s I'm seeing.
It's game of the year, bro.
I know. That's awesome.
Baller.
I don't know if a game gets that hard if I'm willing to put in the effort to get past it, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can always power level. That's the thing. You can always summon. Like, you can summon somebody to come help you beat the boss. You can power level they leave cheap power level things throughout the game, so you can kind of like level in sections if you need to.
Yeah.
It's like, that stuff's in there, and it's like, yeah, you do gotta that's kind of where I get hung up, is on the kind of like the grind aspect of it. Because, I'm not good enough to soul level 1 beat that. But But yeah, I mean, that's the nice thing about it. It's like especially this game, Elden Ring, is it's like it is a book, and you can just go back to it and be like, okay, where was I? It's like, oh yeah, this and that. And then, throughout the entire time where I wasn't playing the game, I was watching the lore videos. So now as I'm playing through it and I understand like what I'm looking at as I'm playing through it, it makes it better. Instead of most of the time when I play through it and I beat it, then I watch the lore videos. I'm like, oh, that's what that was. Or, oh, I didn't even see that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now I kind of like have an idea of what to look for. So like, I showed you that hidden boss, Milena.
Marika.
No, America's.
America? Isn't it America?
It's not America. It's I think it's yeah. I think it's Mikola. Hold on. Let's find out real quick.
All right.
Oh, this one died. Yeah. But anyhow, but even that, it's like she's the goddess of Scarlet Rot, which is like a big, game mechanic story component deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Melania. Yeah.
Oh.
Mikola is her brother. That's the one that everybody is kind of assuming that the DLC will be about. Okay, I'm not playing this right now. Anyhow, you can watch Mikola kill me in the background. So, or Melania.
Mikola Melania Mahala.
Mikola Melania Muhammad.
Mom something.
A lot of people, but I hear Macarena. Yeah. But anyhow, the lore, the story's real good. The character designs choice.
They're pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So, I don't know. You're just not your style of game.
That's awesome.
It's just too much.
I mean,
does it just seem like too much? Is it just is it the difficulty thing?
I don't know if it's 100% about the difficulty thing. I think it's also the time commitment thing. Because like you're saying, like also watch all these videos and just like which is dope. I do that for Doom.
Yeah.
Every time. I can't help myself. So I get it.
I think that's what it falls under. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of if I'm going to play a game,
you want to really invest in it.
Yeah, I want it to be something that I can like continue to put time into.
Right.
Unless it's like a quick or something that's like the game mechanics are just so amazing that I have to play it, which doesn't come up too often.
I was going to say
Cuphead
Ratchet
was one of
and
those.
Clank.
I
was going to say that last one was
Cuphead.
actually pretty good, but
Yeah, Cuphead was fun. Yeah, no, Rift Apart was good.
Yeah.
But it was like I didn't care about the story or any of that. So I was like, eh.
it did kind of fall. When they just introduced a whole second pair of characters, pretty much. It was like,
Yeah.
so you're just going to make me watch the same thing twice now?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Boy.
I don't want to do that, though.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, Elden Ring. Let's do it. I'm gonna beat the game before it comes out.
When does it come out? I can't seem to just find an answer.
I don't think they set a date.
Oh, they haven't said yet.
They're more just doing the guess what we're doing, and everybody's like, yeah. It's like that.
The Kermit
thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dude, that's dope. I'm excited for you guys.
for us ringers.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. There's you just like hear about it all the time. I love it.
It's a pretty big deal. Speaking of, it was kind of funny because there was we did the comedy show at the Kipling store the other day.
Yeah.
And the one of the chicks, Chanel, she was like the headliner of the night. She's like, I wrote this rap during COVID. Well, I became a gamer. She's like, I'm not doing this because I'm in a game store. She's like, I do this everywhere. So everybody's clapping their hands, doing a beat for her. And she's like, Doom, Doom, Doom. I'm the Doom Slayer. I'm the Doom Slayer. She just goes on this whole like Doom rap. And I was like, Doom rap.
I would have loved that.
It was pretty tight.
Damn it.
Nobody in there knew what Doom was except for like 4 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was one of them.
She was one of them.
That's freaking awesome. I wanted to go so bad.
Yeah, she said she actually toured with Michael Che, which is cool.
Oh, yeah. He's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we're doing one this. So, I mean, there's one happening this Friday. It's already, I think, sold out. But I mean, if you want to come hang out, you'll be at home. You'll be at home. That's okay. That's okay. I wish I was home.
Yeah.
I wish I was home. Different version of the Incubus song.
But speaking of home, there's got to be like a Pokemon home, right? I don't know. They have so many damn Pokemon apps now. Who can keep up with all of them? But we got to we heard all about some. Heard all about them.
Medina.
Medina.
Oh, all right, Medina. Yeah, Medina. He's like
The discount Medina.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
It's the Hispanic Medea.
Let's see. Pokemon. I can't remember what the hell it was. I think it was just Pokemon
thingy.
Presents.
Pokemon Presents.
Pokemon Presents.
What did they present?
Well, they presented a couple of things.
They just sent everybody dick pics.
Yeah, it was a lot. Like so many goddamn Drampas.
It's like, did you order this? No.
No, stop, please.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Here we go.
It's like, why is it saying yes?
I think really the only thing that seemed interesting to me is the I guess they're doing like a special play set where it's just called Pokemon Classic, and it's like the original run of the 151 Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
And it's got like that kick-ass looking. Hopefully, it comes in this cool like briefcase with like the dice counter and roller. And
Didn't they only announce that for Japan so far though? The 151.
Did they really?
I don't know. They might have announced it for the US. But yeah, there was a set that they announced called 151, and it was the
was that a thing that they
Pokemon 151. What is that?
Carabaloo, Malibu, Caribou, Gidamo.
Carabaloo, Malibu.
I couldn't remember exactly.
Card
how
one
that
set
went.
announced for June. New EX starter. Yeah.
Whoa, what is this Clayman looking thing? Is that a Pokemon?
You broke my claiming. This year will be another strengthening expansion set, which means it'll be a subset like Battle Region, Dark Phantasma, and Pokemon Go. The set will feature 165 cards before secret rares. Each booster box will come with 20 packs. Perhaps it should go without... Yeah, this is the set that was going to feature original 151, but the name implies that the set will feature the original 151 Pokemon, which means Kadabra is in it's going to be in it too, for the first time.
Oh.
Since the original set.
Yeah. What the... Man, that's a weird one. That one's so weird. I forgot all about that crap.
What, that dude, that magician guy?
Yeah. It's like, damn it.
Oh, yeah, we did a bit on that.
We did.
That's funny.
That freaking a-hole that stole Kadabra away from us for a long-ass time.
Yeah, he says now he knows it was a mistake. He's like, it would have just helped my career, and instead I was a dumbass.
Yeah. Yeah. No. You turd.
Yeah, the EX starter decks are going to release with it. Oh, that's cool.
Really?
New EX starter decks will release. Each deck will focus on a Pokemon type. They're going to do a deck for each type.
That
Which is
awesome.
sick.
That is freaking really fun.
Huh.
No fairy, though, which is apparently everybody's favorite Eevee evolution now.
It's the one people can't have.
Yeah.
And it's that's just how everybody is. It's like, oh, what do you mean we don't have the one they don't make anymore? It's like, of course we don't. They don't make it anymore. That's the whole point. That's why you want it.
It's gone. Yeah.
Sylveon's dead.
Yeah.
Although they did do Sylveon V boxes for celebrations, which I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop perpetuating the cycle of pain.
But they need it. They need everybody to feel it deep.
They did it in Evolving Skies, too. You could get the Sylveon V Max.
Really?
Yeah, it's just not fairy type anymore. I think it's psychic type now.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I mean, they've done that to other Pokemon.
So you would think that there would have been a Sylveon plushie.
You'd think so. It's really confusing that they just didn't make one.
Yeah, I don't know.
But,
well.
There you go.
Womp womp.
But yeah, that thing looks really cool. The rest of it is like Pokemon Sleep. And they're like, hey, welcome to Pokemon Sleep. What do you think about putting your phone next to your head while you sleep? and then you can wake up to your Pokemon.
You're like, I already do that. That's the only thing that keeps the tumor down.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, man. I was kind of bummed. I was hoping for some really fun announcement. I don't know what I expected, but everything was like, besides that old school, like kick-ass looking set that they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Scarlet and Violet is kind of the big
Yeah.
thing,
And,
right? So that set's going to drop in March. So they're not trying to detract any detention from that. Did I say
didn't even-
detention?
they didn't even-
Attention?
I think you did say detention, but
That's
whatever.
weird.
But I don't even think they talked about that.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't think.
Yeah, they didn't at all. They talked about how the fact that the Poké tournament is happening in Japan for the first time is what they kept saying, but that can't be true,
How does that even make sense?
right? That's not true. I remember it very specifically being held only in Japan when we were kids.
Everything announced during. Oh, yeah, it was Pokemon Day. I somehow missed that, by the way. That Pokemon Day is a thing. It's like, somebody needs to remind me of that stuff.
I know, right? I didn't
World
know that at all.
Championship dates and key art revealed. I don't care. Classic. Trading Card Game Classic. The Pokemon Trading Card Game Classic. What does that mean?
Oh.
Stay tuned for more information. Described by the Pokemon Company. A premium Pokemon TCG set that will last a lifetime. The event asked,
Dude, I actually
we
really
be patient and wait for more information.
I really want one of those. They look really cool, and if it's set up in a fashion of like a board game, that would be pretty fun to just be able to like whip it out and be like, hey, pick a deck. Here we go. We could play for a little bit.
Yeah,
Game
they're-
night.
They're just classic decks.
Yeah, they're just old school cards, which, I mean, you could basically do that if you just want to go buy a normal deck, but they kind of present it in a way, it looks like it comes in a big box, like I said, like a game board box. I just think that'd be cool.
Yeah. A new Psyduck show, huh?
Pokemon Concierge is just a stop motion show they're doing for Netflix.
It's like, okay, cool. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, we'll see. I really have no idea if it's going to be good or not. I
Pokemon
can't.
Unite, don't care. Cafe Remix, I don't even know what that is.
Right? It's just
I mean,
like-
that's the thing is they have so many products that we don't care about, but there's so many niche audiences that still care about this stuff. It's like my mom is so addicted to Pokemon Go.
oh my gosh, they made a Pokemon that's just Minecraft characters. Nickel Sack? Stack? Sorry.
Nickel sack?
That's what I saw. I was like, Nickel Stack? What is
Yeah,
this?
dude, you want to buy a nickel sack? It's like, no. I've got only
Gargantia.
got $4. Oh, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet expansions.
They have a
Yeah, pretty whack.
a Toad School? What?
Yeah, Toad's cool. You know, almost
Man.
like Toadstool, but cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they're now just like taking old Pokemon and putting them into new forms. It's kind of weird.
I like that.
But
Going back to the soap shoes, by the way, I like that this dude's video was like the legend of Ryan Juan Zemis, and it's on the Ryan Juan Zemis page.
Yeah.
Like this dude is just like,
It's like, that's who I am, man.
he's like, I am Ryan, but you can't. We don't talk about ourselves in like the third person. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
There is a Clayman Pokemon.
Clayman.
You know, Clayman from the Neverhood.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I thought you were talking about never mind.
What? But yeah, dude, that's totally just him.
It does look like him.
They Pokemonized Clayman. All right. He's number 1,000. That
That's
makes
pretty
sense.
tight. What's his name? Goldango?
Goldango.
Okay.
Now I kind of want to play Pokemon.
At least it's not Goldongo.
Right. Are these the differences between male and female? One has orange eyes and green eyes? Or is that shiny, or is there? I don't know.
You've lost my attention.
Sorry.
I'm like, oh man, we're talking about the genders of
I don't know. There's
Pokemon
just like
now.
multiple pictures. I'm confused.
Yep.
There's a lot going on in Pokemon. I apparently have not been keeping up with that. Speaking of things that people aren't trying to keep up with that much anymore, of course they are. Superhero movies.
Yeah. I mean, people definitely. I mean, look, they're still entertaining, right?
Right.
It's just like some of them so stupid, and there's so many of them that it's just difficult.
Yeah.
It's just difficult.
It's kind of a bummer. I feel like it's just made me less excited for him due to how freaking many there are. And we're talking about this because Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania came out, and we're only really talking about it because critics didn't really like it, but apparently people are liking it so far. And the scriptwriter was super bummed.
Yeah,
He's like, "Oh no, critics hate it."
I thought everybody was gonna like my movie.
And then he went and watched it with a bunch of people, and he's like, "Oh, you know what? Everybody likes it. We're good. I don't need to listen to those."
He's
critics.
like, those people are stupid.
Yeah.
I'm the smart one.
They don't even know what they're talking
It's
about.
Adam Sandler. What do y'all think you're telling me? Googly doody doo.
But that also brought up the Aquaman 2 movie. What's going on with that one?
I just hear that it's just the screenings are happening and it's just ass. I mean, I don't know, dude. Look, I know you love Aquaman, so I'm not gonna say anything that I can't take back.
I mean, it's okay. I'm not going to take it personal if you don't like a man whose power is to be in the water.
Aquaman me.
Oh, okay. Aquaman did?
Hard.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, sorry. I couldn't help myself. It was just an easy setup. He didn't. It was consensual.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to kiss and tell, Aquaman. I lied. Totally gonna tell the whole world. You don't sleep with Aquaman and then not tell the whole world that you did it.
That's true. That's true. But apparently, I was just trying to find one of the articles of what is happening, and Aquaman 2 goes for changes after terrible reviews.
Ooh, what are they gonna change? They're gonna make him not Aquaman.
Right?
See what I did there?
Filmmakers to make massive edits.
Yep. Makes sense.
Edits to the plot despite being in post-production. In a series of deleted tweets, disclosed that DC was moving forward and making significant changes action after terrible reviews.
Yep. Bet.
Every test screening has had mostly unfinished FXX and no one walked out. The main issue was the completely changed the plot and villains of the film. It's not even the same movie that tested 4 times prior. Okay. That sounds like I don't know what's happening.
How does that even happen?
Right? Like what?
You're like, actually, let's just shoot 3 movies. We'll see which one people like the best.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that sounds like a bad idea.
I'm very confused. Either way,
For the ocean! Is that his motto?
I don't think
Water!
does Aquaman have a motto? I don't think so.
Glug, glug.
Yep. It's probably befriend the fishies.
Dude, for the land of Atlantis. He doesn't?
I guess not.
Damn.
Just comes up with Jason Momoa on his motorcycle.
Catchphrase. Try catchphrase.
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
Catch and phrase were messing with me. Oh, it's one word.
Yeah, whatever.
My bad. Sometimes you have to do what's right, even if your heart aches against it.
Oh, that's a good one.
What? something trident.
All right, yeah, you're right. You know what? Aquaman is goated for sure. You're right. Dude is just,
I don't know what's happening.
yeah, he's the best.
By bloodshed, do the gods make known their will?
Do the gods make known their will?
I don't know. It's one of those things where I enjoy most of the superhero movies, I guess. But at the same time, I never watch them when they like release.
Yeah.
I just watch them at some point. It's like, yeah, that was ridiculous. It was fun. Whatever.
Fair.
But it's weird to know that we're in a trend. Like, like in the 90s, there were so many damn movies about kids and ninjas or video games that affected ninjas or, Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
And
So many ninjas.
Like, I don't, like, that had to have been just one of those things that people our age then were like, what is up with all these damn ninja movies? These are all the blockbusters right now.
I mean, ninjas were dope, dude. I mean, it's like there was something about like that was when Japanese culture really started to
Like, influence our culture.
a lot because I mean, we had all the ninja stuff. That's when martial arts got pretty big. I mean, was it the Ninja Turtles? Was that the change in culture? Was it Bruce Lee? Was it kind of the remnants of that? Was there a big movie? Was there something that, like, what was it? Kung Fu? Was it just a combination?
I was going to say it couldn't have been the Turtles because people were really into Kung Fu in the early, like late 70s, early 80s. Although
Yeah.
Turtles were 84, so that's pretty early.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe it was the Turtles.
It might have been the Turtles.
Dude.
Because I'm trying to
that's
think,
awesome.
like, I mean, at some point they started running, like, Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball in the U.S. Like, when did Dragon Ball
It's going to give you...
start running in the U.S.?
I'm going to guess...
92 to 94. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was going to guess like 95.
So it had to be, I mean, Turtles before that.
But it said 92, didn't it? Oh, 96.
Brought the most iconic anime shows
That's close.
to American Airways in 96. Wow.
Dude, it very well could have been the Ninja Turtles that made all of that crap popular. Because even my oldest brother liked it, and he was basically junior high?
Yeah.
No, he was going, like, ending... Yeah, I don't know. But either way, he was obsessed with it too, and he loved the Turtles, and that was pretty much why I ended up loving the Turtles. And each time they did, like, a ninja movie, every one of them had a different color. Like the Power Rangers. I know that came way before also, but it only got popular here after the Turtles. Interesting.
The subculture, so I'm looking up otaku birth coincided with the anime boom. After the release of such works as Mobile Suit Gundam, before it branched into the comic market, the otaku subculture continued to grow with the expansion of the internet and media. I mean, I doubt that they'll quote Ninja Turtles, but it's got to have a huge...
I mean, that's what saved the NES in the UK, is that they bundled it with the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I mean, they had that kind of clout back in the day. That a whole, like, I don't know, freaking landmass of people weren't even interested in a thing until it had the Ninja Turtles on it.
Yeah. That's true. I don't know. I think it's interesting, but there's definitely something everybody was like, you know what's cool? Ninjas and samurai and cool, like,
Like, just
dojos and like a cool kung fu dojo with some cherry blossoms. I don't know. That shit's just, it's just like I got a whole vibe.
yeah,
Woodblock art.
kind of happened after astronauts were really the thing.
Yeah.
Space travel, all that. And then before that, it was cowboys. It's just weird. It's weird to know that we're in just like a superhero state of everything.
Well, and I mean, like, that's kind of crossed over into this, right? Like,
Yeah.
the manga, so Chainsaw Man or One Punch Man, they were superheroes, right? Like Dragon Ball and these earlier things, but not where they're like blank man. Remember Blank Man?
I do remember Blank Man.
Damon Wayans?
Yeah.
Dude.
That freaking movie poster is just so dumb. But it made, like, I remember seeing that, the video in whichever place we rented it from. I don't remember which one exactly, but.
That was one of those early cable movies that played all the time. Remember last week how we were talking about movies that, like, I've watched so many times because they were on cable?
Yeah.
And I, like, kind of have to love them because I've completed watching them so many times. Yeah, that's one of them.
That is, man.
I have watched that movie
I have not watched Blank Man in a minute.
so many times. So good. So good.
But yeah. Speaking of things that are just awesome and rated super high, want to talk about which games are rated way too high on the PS3 and which ones were rated criminally low for how awesome they were?
Yeah, I was looking up a list of criminally low rated PS3 games.
Did you find any on that list?
I just got to the low rated ones. So far these are really bad.
Yeah.
So I can't.
One of those, I actually pulled one of mine off of that list as to one that needs to be rated higher.
I interviewed this guy, the dude, the lead producer of Never Dead.
Really?
We went to E3 and like one of our homies was working for some publication or something, got us in as their like cameraman,
That's so cool.
and we like interviewed this dude, and he ran out of questions for him. So me and the other guy that weren't the actual media dudes started asking the questions.
Yeah.
Because it just got awkward. It just started getting quiet. We're like, oh, well, fudge it. I guess we're interviewers too.
What kind of shoes are those?
Yeah. Star Trek, the game, Punisher.
Yeah, there's a bunch of, as much as people, I don't know. Do people really think back on that generation fondly yet? Or are we just starting to get there?
I mean, it is my favorite generation.
Dude,
the PS3 and 360.
So good. I feel like that was the last.
Oh my God, Yiba was that bad?
I feel like that was the last console where companies would just do some weird stuff. Just to be like, you know what? Let's just do it. I'm going to do it. You want a remake of the 1980-something arcade Ninja Turtles game? Let's just do it and make it look kind of weird. Mm-hmm. But they also made crap like, BioShock. And, oh gosh, sorry, I was looking at that. Damnation. Same level as BioShock in quality overall.
Okay,
Amy.
yeah. None of these games are redeemable to me.
None?
Not on this list.
I'm going to talk about one of them.
There's not one on this list that I think is...
Yeah, that list, I pulled off one of them from that I think is way too low.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe.
Resident Evil, Operation Raccoon City.
I knew that was going to be the one you were going to say.
Yup. I knew you kneed it right when you saw it because I saw you pause on it for like half a second. Then you shot right past
it. Just got overhyped. That one. Anything Resident Evil that isn't amazing is the worst.
Yeah, I get that. But I have always been one of those people that loved, like I liked the Survivor series. I loved the Game Boy game, the Gaiden. That one is so freaking fun. Like, I just love all these kind of offbeat Resident Evils as much as the main one. So,
oh man, these games are so bad.
And that one was a really fun multiplayer too. I assume you never played that though.
I did not.
Yeah, that one was pretty fun. There were definitely some. It could have been better moments, like every match, but
every single aspect of it.
Minus the multiplayer stuff, the cooperative play through the campaign, that was such a freaking blast.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of, if you didn't play it with friends, then you probably wouldn't like it as much. So now it would be a little bit harder to go back to. But man, when that came out, me and my best friend played that for months. Like we almost 100%ed the whole thing.
Yeah.
We had a blast with it. So that's one of my criminally low rated.
I just don't have any. I can't find any on any of these lists. You know what I mean? I could look up sleeper hits for the PS3 might be the way to go. That and maybe see if there's something that I agree with on a list like that.
Yeah.
That kind of seems like the only other way to do it.
What about Wet?
That game was okay, but it was just sadly wasn't that good.
It had such potential. The demo was so good.
So I'll do one that I think was overrated. We were talking about it earlier, but I think it was on both of our lists. Mm-hmm. Was GTA 4.
It was rated the highest game on the PlayStation 3 at 98.
I was so furious when that game dropped because I was so excited for it. I was working at Game Crazy at the time. Everybody in the world would pre-ordered it. It was just going to be massive. And it was. And then the game came out and every critic was like, this is it. This is the most phenomenal game of all time. And then the whole time it's like, I'm running around. I'm like, I'm Nico Bellic. Yes. I look for a very good gun. Yes.
Go bowling with cousin.
In Mother Ukraine, Russians shoot you, God dang, man. That game was so boring. Like, the characters, he was the most unlikable.
He was a turd.
He's like, I'm questionable criminal from another country. You cannot feel anything for me. It's like, okay, why you then?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That one, it really did fall flat for me too. It actually, I think after I played that one, I couldn't play anymore. That's why I haven't played GTA 5. I was like, I'm not going back. I'm not going back to Grand Theft Auto. I can't do it.
So this was the other half of the discussion we were having, is that GTA 5 100% redeemed the Grand Theft Auto franchise for me.
That's
and was actually everything that what I don't even care about 4 should have been. You know what I mean? Like, it was just sick. There's just so much to do. The 3 different storylines that converge. Like, it was chef's kiss.
That does sound a lot better.
It's so good. And it's like each one of the characters has like a different ability. So you can play through missions as different characters, or just like, make money as a certain character.
Right.
So it's like Franklin can slow down while you're driving, so it can slow down time. So you can really, like, he's the better driver. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like
the getaway missions, you want him.
Exactly. Each one of those dudes kind of has something like that. So there are gameplay elements outside of just like, also just like tonal and vibe change, because it's like, you got the dude who lives in the suburbs. That's Michael, who's kind of like I'm a swaggy George Clooney style, criminal.
Yeah.
And then there's the Franklin, who is just more of like kind of traditional, just like, gangster style, criminal, like street, urban,
San Andreas feel to it.
Yeah, exactly. San Andreas. And that's what they did. They mixed them all together. And then there was the Trevor dude, who was just like,
he's just crazy.
Off the rails. I'm the berserk goofball that's going to be doing the wild skydiving mission like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just a good mixture.
That's awesome.
Another game that just requires so much goddamn time.
Right. I mean,
it's like, it's huge.
I very well might just wait for 6 to come out and then see if everybody likes that one, if they praise it as much, and then I'll probably do that one, so I could be kind of in the thick of it while it's happening.
I hope they do VR. That will make me buy a VR. If they do GTA 6 in full VR,
that would be crazy.
I mean, that's the dream, right?
That would either have to have some real dirty stuff in it, or they would just have to make it.
I mean, what's the difference at this point? What's the difference between it being on a 2D screen and in a VR? Like,
I don't know. That's got like inside the car. That'd be fun,
right?
That would be really fun.
Now that they have the new controller, they just dropped VR 2.
Then like you could actually like drive it like that. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be really cool, actually. Shoot. Well, if it happens, I'll come play it at your place.
Dude, even if it's GTA 5, I don't replay video games. That's like a thing I don't do very often.
Right.
I would replay GTA 5 if they did a VR version for PS VR 2. If they were like, "Hey, go spend another $600 and you could play all of GTA 5 in VR."
You would?
I would. Just so I could be a black man for a while.
Just finally live that dream.
Just finally live that dream. Yeah.
Let's see. So one of them that I think is rated way too high is Journey.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Do you remember that freaking game?
Yeah, I remember that game.
It's not even a game.
I know, everybody's just like, oh my god, our games aren't. Remember, they're like, our games aren't. Games are art, right? Remember, games are art. Games are art. What's art?
It very well could also be because I was in art school when that game came out.
Same. Ish.
And holy mother of God, every person.
Games are art, right?
Like, I'm a game designer, but that's mainly because I really love this kind of stories you could tell, just like in Journey. I'm going to break down the story. And of course, every oral report that we ever had to do on games, there was always at least 2 people. They're like, Journey it's proof that games are art. And it's like, God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Pick a different game.
Yeah.
The game is not that good. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not that interested. I'm like, okay, well, easy game for people who suck at games. Yes.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's the most amazing story."
I like Undertale. Yeah, it's the same people.
I could see that. But yeah, there you go. That one was rated at 92. I think that deserves to be like a
6.
yeah, probably more like a 60. A 60 sounds good
Yeah, I don't know.
because it's not a bad game.
I'm just glad we're past that era. Our games art era. Games art. That was such a big thing for a while. Just like Kotaku everywhere was just like games are art. I am an adult. There's always like this crisis that gamers have every once in a while, and it's like it happens at work, and it just it happens just in life where people are like, "What am I doing with my life? This is a child's plaything," and it's like, no, it's not. It's just a form of entertainment now.
Right.
It's just as valid as this, or your phone, or your laptop,
Or a movie.
And it's like if people make movies, all of a sudden they're the coolest adults. But if you make, I guess people who make games are revered.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's just weird. It's interesting because it's like I think the games are toys mentality has moved on. I think people have moved past that for the most part.
Especially after COVID. Everybody had to do something to kill time.
Yeah.
And that was when like 80 to 90% of people that did not play video games started playing video games again.
Yeah, that's right. You needed us. You needed us. We were essential workers.
I'm just saying.
That's true.
People lost their damn minds. And then,
They were paying like $200 for a freaking Wii. Remember that?
Yeah.
Shit was wild.
Like that's crazy.
COVID was weird times.
Dude. That's going to always be one of those things that we look back on and just be like, I can't believe that was a real thing. Like,
What are you talking about? People are going to look back on that and be like, I can't remember what I ate that day. People don't remember important things.
what?
I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I don't think...
It's got to be, though. That was a whole year of an important thing.
I know, but my question is this: did as a civilization we learn anything? Was there a resolution that everybody agreed on where we're like, all right, cool, yeah, this was right, this was wrong, moving on? No, it's still just like if it happens again, it's 100% just as likely to be complete chaos like it was the first time.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they learned anything. I think it was a complete waste of just resources and time.
Oh, 100%.
For most of us. And I mean, like, the kids that were supposed to be in school during that time are so screwed now.
Yeah. And, like, the people that graduated that year,
It's not fair. Like, everybody, I mean, the people who graduated just missed
they missed
the last half of senior year.
Right.
But I mean, those juniors that missed an entire year,
they didn't get
that is
a
important.
senior year.
They're like, oh, we did homeschooling. Yeah, right. Get out of here. The people that work from home, don't lie. We know what you're doing.
Yeah.
We know you're in your pajamas. We know you're comfortable, and we know that you get more work done from home because you can focus more. But that doesn't mean you're working as much as we are.
That's true.
Eat a f***ing cock. No, I'm kidding. I love you.
But yeah, it was just so weird. So weird.
Yeah, that's super weird. It's super frustrating is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not like I want to say weird, but when I actually think about it, I was like, the word weird should be replaced with unnecessary or complete.
Either way works.
Yeah.
But something else that's complete bull. Why was Aliens versus Predator so lowly rated? I know. Hard transition right there.
Yeah.
That was only rated a 65. But it was like that one where you could actually play as the Marines, the Alien, or the Predator through a whole campaign.
I just think it was one of those games where what I remember reading in the reviews, because I didn't play that one when it dropped. I've never been much of an Aliens guy, but I think the review said that only one of the 3 campaigns was worth playing. I think the initial reviews were just like the Alien and the Predator are kind of just wonky, and it's not that hard to make a first person shooter.
Yeah.
So they're like, that was pretty good, but that was the one done by Gearbox, right?
I can't remember.
I think so. That one was hilarious. So that was another one that I saw at E3. Like they demoed that one live or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I wish E3 mattered. I would love to take you because it's both really cool and really stupid at the same time. It's like,
I know. I wanted to go to one so bad, but now Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo,
they're all dropped out.
None of them are going to be there.
It's dumb.
It's like that's
So yeah, that's the one. But anyhow, so I actually got to see Randy Pitchford pitch this game live, and they did like a team playthrough with their developers. We got Lizzie. She's like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Lizzie. I'm a pro gamer. I'm a gamer. I'm a developer here at Gearbox Studios, and I'm gonna be playing as Lucy, who's a hardcore man." And you're like, and then we've got Tyler, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Tyler, and I'm Tyler." And it was like, hell yeah, sick, dude. And they're like, this is Ralph. Ralph's like, I'm having trouble breathing. No, I don't remember the people, but they had their various people, and they're supposed to be like, these are just random people. Oh my god, like they're just people. Right. And they're all sitting there in this very rehearsed like playthrough.
Oh yes,
get my back, I've got your back. All right, take him down. We've got the one on the left. Focus on the right. I'm gonna go down. You have to save me.
Let's coordinate our attack.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just not. It's like, and then Randy Pitchford's just like, oh, as you can see, Predator Ultimate Team. Gameplay, games, Predator.
Wow. I don't think I would have played it if I saw that either.
It was stupid. That's what all of the trailers are. That when you go to E3, that's what it all is, right? It's all these like, unless it's a demo that you get to play, all of the like gameplay you get to see is
just rehearsed.
It's rehearsed.
Oh, 100%. Because you have to show off the parts that you have done and that look good and all that.
I got to see Ken Levine present BioShock Infinite live in a rehearsed
Ken
video.
Levine?
Yeah.
Not Adam Levine?
Not Adam Levine. Not Adam Levine. No, Ken Levine. He's the Ken Levine, the mastermind behind the BioShock series. Narrative-driven storytelling. At its finest, Ken Levine brings to the table a masterful view of how to present a story arc in an interesting way. Did it find him?
I probably need to do BioShock.
Yeah, probably. Well, Levine is spelled weird. It's like L-E-V.
Oh, there we go. Levine.
Yeah, there. Yeah, that dude's he was a nice guy. Actually got to meet him. We weren't supposed to be back there again. My friend snuck us in. We were back there, and I was just eating their hors d'oeuvres. I was like, oh, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And so I was, and he was like, yo, what up? You guys gonna watch the demo? And I was like, what's up, Ken Levine or Levine? You betcha. And so we went in there and we watched it. I got to sit next to Cliffy B from Gears of War.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was that thing. I got to watch the BioShock Infinite, and I was like, oh, BioShock Infinite is so tight.
That's awesome. I'm very jealous because that was when E3 was... It was corny, but it was freaking cool.
That's when it was like that was the end of it. That's when it was at its best.
Yeah.
Before they started dropping out, that's when everybody had to care. It was still the biggest show.
It was like the thing every magazine focused on that had anything to do with gaming for like 2 months afterwards.
Yeah, I got lucky. I did get to go like at the tail end when E3 still mattered.
Right? Man, I am jealous.
Rip.
Now it's just, we might do it online this year.
Come on down to E3. We got Atlas got a boat. Get yourself a sticker.
He's got a boat.
Come on down to the Vegas E3.
Yay. Yeah, it's a bummer.
Oh well.
But there you go.
There you have it. Are we still looking at bad games, good games?
If you want to. Can
I
you
think-
think of any more for you?
I think 2 more overrated games for me on the PS3 are MGS4, Suck It, Kojima, and Killzone 2, because I don't like the Killzone franchise.
That's fair. The Killzone franchise has a really middle of the road feel to it. So either like if you like it, there's nothing really bad about it.
It was like
But-
substitute Halo.
Yeah. So if you like don't like it, there's also nothing really good about it.
You know that meme that's like, I want McDonald's, and it's like, we have hamburgers at home, and then it's like hamburgers at home, and it's just like this little hamburger that your mom made with 2 pieces of bread
Oh man,
instead of buns. And you're like, that's not the same.
It's not a ham
Yeah.
logo.
And it's like, yeah, I want Halo. And it's like, we have Halo at home. It's like, Halo at home, and it's just Killzone.
It's just Killzone.
Yeah, he was like, oh, man.
Yeah. Yep. Can't really argue with that one.
Yeah, true.
And what was the other one? Oh, Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, that game was stupid.
That one was so weird.
There's so
It was-
many cutscenes.
It was seriously like 6 hours of cutscenes, wasn't it?
I don't want to watch a movie.
Yeah.
That's why I play video games.
Long movie too. Not
A
just
bad movie.
So much stuff that was just like, oh man, that one ligament from the part 18 years ago. Do you remember that? Red Fox? And like turns it's like, I'm Red Fox.
Also,
Like,
I
what the hell?
got burned by that game. It did not autosave like halfway through the game, and it started me over, and I was like, fuck you, Kojima. Is this some Psycho Mantis bullshit? This better be some sort of trick.
Right.
I was like, I don't know what's happening. I went back to my PlayStation a week later. I turned it back on. My save files was still gone. I was like, you're dead to me, Kojima.
Yeah.
And then I bought Metal Gear 5 when it came out.
Oh, well, there you go. Really stiffen it to him.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Let's see.
In fact, I bought it on both platforms because we got it a week early on the Xbox One.
Oh. So you just had to play it.
I was like,
So you cracked that one
I'm a
up.
whore. I'm a dirty boy. Oh, treat me badly.
I think the last overrated one for me is the Beatles rock band.
Yeah, that's
Like, say what you want about the Beatles, fine. If you like them, cool. You don't like them, all right. Like, but those songs are way too slow and simple to be any entertainment on a rock band game. Like, on the hardest setting, you could not fail.
I've never even played the game. I was so uninterested. I'm like, I'll listen to some Beatles songs and I'll be like, Judy, 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 ow! You know, but I am not trying to play fake bass in a fake Beatles rock band.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that game might even be the reason I do not like listening to the Beatles now.
Ooh.
Because at that time, I still thought I liked the Beatles. And then I played that game. And I played it a lot because I had Mormon friends who weren't allowed to actually go out and do things. So we played goddamn Rock Band all day. Oh, it was awful.
So you're blaming them for you guys being boring.
Yes.
How dare you be the only safe form of entertainment for me and my lame ass friends? I may be boring, but at least I suck.
Yeah. Dude, I sucked so much. I really did at that point in time. So, it was it was awful. It was awful. But I figured since I talked about an indie game that was way too overrated, I wanted to talk about one that got kind of the shaft. It's Counter Spy. It's not rated terribly. It's at a 68, but that game is so freaking fun. And the mechanics, I just feel like they built up in a proper way, you know, very like Mega Man X feel to it.
Yeah.
Where it's not just like you jump in the first one and they're like, oh, you should have known that you could triple jump. It's like, what are you talking? What?
You could triple jump?
I can't remember.
Oh.
But just
I'm like, what? You
I don't
do
think
that?
you can't triple jump, but it's like climbing in the vents, climbing, you know, all that kind of stuff and being really stealthy. You learn as you go. And then each level was randomly generated, but I felt like they did it well enough that it was just fun. I freaking love that game.
Nice.
I feel like it at least deserves to be high 80s, low 90s.
Yeah, I'm looking at these games on these just like underrated lists or whatever. There are some really good suggestions here. Like I think Mirror's Edge is still underrated for what it brought to the table in the like making first-person free-running games like a reality, like in a non-clunky way. Did you ever play the first Mirror's Edge?
Yes, I did. That one was really fun.
So good, dude.
I enjoyed the hell out of that one.
So good. The story was sick. Like it was perfect.
And the parkour was fun because before that, running was. I mean, it's not like it was clunky or awful, but this was like fluid motion around and like jumping from building to building. You remember the first time you had to do that?
Dude, I mean,
It got me good at, you got the butt clench. You're like, I don't know if I'm going to make it.
and then you'd get in those underground things and you'd have to like do all the like kind of puzzly jumping areas where you're like,
yeah.
I loved that game. And then the combat was so weird because you're just trying to disable them and run.
Yeah.
You're not trying to like actually fight or kill them, because there was an achievement that I got for running that game and not using a gun,
Wow.
which was
Dude, that's hard as
hard.
Boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't not finish that. But
Yeah.
it's hard as hell.
Yeah, that was stupid hard, but I got that achievement when I was
Nice.
a young lad. Anyhow, so I would say Mirror's Edge is a good one. Enslaved. Dude, I've talked about that game before. I mean, Andy Serkis did
It's like
the mocap and the voice for it. It's the Journey to the West.
Journey to the West. I kept thinking Trial to the West. And I was like,
Yeah.
Trail to the West? I'm like, Oregon Trail? That's not right.
Yeah. But yeah, that game was sick. Just a good like puzzle platformer action game. And then another one on this guy's list that I agree with a lot, but obviously like everyone else thought it was underrated too, was Vanquish, which was a Platinum Games.
Oh, yeah. That one's so freaking fun.
It's like if of story wise at least, it's like if a Metal Gear game it's like if you took the story of a Metal Gear game and put it into just a Bayonetta
World.
crazy style world. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But it's still like the Metal Gear like spy vibes. You're fighting the president. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like, this is political. This is the military. But it's like really wacky anime, over the top. Good stuff.
Dude, and the way he handled was just...
Did you play that one?
Hell yeah, I've played that one.
Dude, where you're like
sliding
you'd slide
across.
on your knees and then you'd go into slow motion.
Yeah.
Lock on everybody.
God. And then the way you could just like interrupt going straight and just shoot left or something. And it's like, damn, that was so fun.
That game was baller.
Yeah. And
Baller.
I feel like an honorable mention that I got to throw out there is freaking Bloodstone 007.
Okay.
Dude, that one, like nobody ever talks about that when they talk. Anybody
I
talks
passed
about
a
really.
Bloodstone the other day.
Yeah. That sounds awful. But it like nobody talks about it when they talk about the best 007 games, and I really feel like that one it's like playing through a 007 movie. Like a really action-packed 007 movie.
Yeah.
It's freaking fun.
I think I played that one actually. Is it the one that starts in like the garden or whatever? And then you're like running through the construction site. I can't remember. I think it is.
Can't remember exactly how it starts.
I think there's like racing scenes and everything.
Oh
where you
yeah,
have to
there's.
you have to drive the Aston Martin down the car and down the. There was so many games that I played during the 360 era when we first opened level 7 that I was just legit just smashing game after game after game because there was just no customers.
Yeah.
We were just bored all day, so all I did was play video games, and then
Oh wow, they even put the intro of the movie in there.
yep.
Just because it's. Which one? Oh, this part.
This has got to be it. Yeah.
Dude, this game was so fun. It had cover shooting, it had fun racing, you had like really fun just like full on action levels where you're doing this kind of crap, you're just shooting at like dozens of dudes and then there's hundreds.
You're
Not
mowing
hundreds,
down armies and entire.
but dozens. And then you have like the stealth missions and like dude, it was awesome. It was like an extra Daniel Craig movie.
I do love it when a game can really capture like all of the elements of something like a James Bond franchise, where it's like you have driving, you have sneaking, you have action, you have shooting, you have poker. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like you really have to incorporate the entire like mythos of James Bond's entire skill set to really like make him as a human seem as impressive as it is
Right.
to be like ultimate badass.
Dude. And it's so fun. I think it only, like, overall rating was like 65.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's like, no. That game was...
no. Hey, stupid what you say. Your stupid mouth is got the bad idea.
I would say, like, 87 at the least.
I don't know, okay.
Come on now.
Come on, dude.
No.
87?
87.
That is a high score, my guy.
It's a good-ass story. Solid gameplay. Varied gameplay like we were just talking about.
Okay, hey, man, you know what? You rated an 87, and...
I mean, yeah, there you go. That's my thought.
All right, there it is. I don't remember the entire thing enough to give it a rating, but I'm going to go ahead and say 70.
That's fair.
I think it's a good rating. I think a 70 is a good game.
70 I'm okay with.
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. We'll live with it, I guess.
Thanks, Dad. Question of the week?
Question of the week.
What was last week's?
Oh, yeah, last week's was some interesting stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. We had,
Yeah, y'all.
I actually put up 2 questions last week.
What? You can't be doing 2 questions. That's unheard of.
Because we had first a conversation about which character was easily replaceable in the Harry Potter franchise.
You guys are so wrong.
And
all
it's
the time.
wrong.
It's not. I'm telling you, these are all the basic...
I know. But, I mean, you had a really good point.
I know.
I think Ron would definitely be a lot lower if everybody that voted listened to your position on that one. But
That's all right. That's
still,
okay.
Yeah. He was at 68%, if you're wondering.
Somehow Harry is more replaceable than Hermione. Get out of here. She is the most replaceable. She's like, oh, I'm very smart. It's like, well, then read a book. You guys can replace her with a book.
Yup. I know. I mean,
I've got the ability to change time. That's cheating.
You can't do that. So we also talked about which character was written the worst, is how I worded it, in The Matrix.
Yeah.
And it is a whopping 83% for Trinity. Kind of shocking 0 for Morpheus and 17% for Neo.
Let's go. That's a good one, dude.
Right?
The 0% from Morpheus is...
That's a strong boy.
So what do you think? Okay. What do you think that is? Do you think that's more Lawrence Fishburne being that guy?
Just freaking awesome.
Or do you think it's more...
I mean,
the actual writing, like...
who else could be?
Because that's what I was saying. I was saying Carrie Ann Fisher never really sold me on Trinity. Like,
I don't think so either.
And I think if you had a different actress, those numbers would be different.
See, I don't know. I just still feel like her character.
But what I'm saying is it's written by the same people that wrote all these other characters. Why is that one character? Is it just because it's two...
It's just so much
women writing a woman?
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with her character. It's just something like... it's just like... she... I don't know. She's like the honeypot for Neo, essentially. And then after that, it's just superfluous.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's just like, oh, Neo, you're the one, I believe. And he's like, oh, yeah, all right, bitch, I'm going to go over here. And she's like, I'm going to follow you. And he's like, fine. Yeah.
Like,
sick.
Like, besides her being an awesome fighter and sure having to save them once or twice.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. Yeah.
Somebody else of the equal quality could have just done that too.
Look, I agree. Obviously, I agree. Trinity was the worst character.
Yeah. So
she's like, I'm serious. It's like, shut up. I'll call the manager. Shut up.
I feel like I have seen that actress in a movie though that I thought she did really good in, but I can't remember what the hell it was. I can
sounds good.
Yeah.
You know what movie's really good?
What movie?
Being John Malkovich.
Ooh.
Here's your question of the week. What's a better movie? Being John Malkovich, adaptation.
Wait, is adaptation a movie?
Yeah, either those two, Being John Malkovich or adaptation. Which one is better? I'm going Being John Malkovich for sure, but adaptation's so good.
Adaptation. I'm gonna have to watch 2 movies.
You've never seen adaptation either.
I don't think so. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Why are you doing this to me?
This one I have been looking for.
I think they're the same director too. That's why I said adaptation.
Gotcha. But yeah, we'll see. I'll have to check those out. So definitely that's your homework this week, you guys. Go watch 2 movies. Or if you've already seen them, sweet.
I'm John Malkovich. I've been working on my John Malkovich impression a little bit. Trying to figure out how John Malkovich would speak. Oh, that was a little. I got a little Sean Connery at the end there.
Little Connery.
We were close.
In.
It was hard. It's hard to not speak faster.
Yeah.
How was that? Is it better? Am I getting better?
That's pretty good. That's
Okay,
pretty good. It was better. It was better. So on that on that positive note of just practice to make it better.
Official sign.
Official sign.